Hello students, this is our second lecture of nuclei. In the first lecture, we have discussed about shape, size and density of the nucleus. In this lecture, we will discuss about the Einstein's mass energy equivalence. Mass energy equivalence. So Einstein in 1905 found that mass is directly related to the energy of the object. Einstein in 1905 found that mass relates to the energy of an object So Einstein told that if energy of an object is increasing, then its mass will also increase. If energy is increasing, then mass will also increase. Means if I am giving energy to this object, then its mass will increase. And if this object is losing energy, it means its mass is decreasing. And for this, he gave a relation. He gave that relation, and that relation was m equals to E by c square. Means that increase in mass will be E by c square. Energy by c square. C is the value of light, speed of light. Or you can further write it E equals to mc square. So from here we can see that if an object is at rest, its mass will be original mass. Means the mass of an object is increasing when it is in motion. Means if this object is in motion, it will attain kinetic energy, and this due to this kinetic energy, its total energy will increase, and if energy is increasing, then mass will also increase. So if I say that a ball at rest has less mass than the same ball in motion. Mass of this ball at rest is less than the mass of this ball in motion, we can say. How is this possible? At rest, let this ball has mass 1 kilogram, and due to motion it attains some kinetic energy and some heat energy also, because with the surface it will attain some heat also due to friction. So its energy increases in the form of mass of this ball plus kinetic energy plus heat energy. This will be the total mass of this ball in the motion. So mass of the object in motion is always greater than the mass of the object at rest. This shows Einstein by practically. Next we will do if an object is given energy 4.2 into 10 raised to power 3, then find its increase in mass. Given here is a question given that the mass of an object is 1 kilogram. Mass of an object is given 1 kilogram. Find increase in mass in its mass if energy is given 4.2 into 10 raised to power 3 joules. If 4.2 into 10 raised to power 3 joules energy is given, energy is given to it, then find its increase in mass. So we have the relation that increase in mass will be m equals to a by c square. What is the energy? Energy given here is 4.2 into 10 raised to power 3, 10 into 4.2 into 10 raised to power 3, 4.2 into 10 raised to power 3 joules. And we know the value of c. C is the speed of light, and its value is 3.3 into 10 raised to power 8, and this will be into square. And by solving this we will find the value, and it will be 4.7 into 4.7 into 10 raised to power minus 14 kilograms, 10 into minus 14 kilograms. After solving this, the value is found to be 4.7 into 10 raised to power minus 14 kilograms. Here we can see that the increase in mass is into 10 raised to power minus 14 kilogram. This mass is very small. So increase in mass with energy is very small, which is difficult to calculate. We can calculate it mathematically, but we cannot find it actually, because it is very small. If this ball is at rest, we can find its mass. If it is in motion, then if we try to find its mass, we cannot distinguish between the mass of these two, because with energy its mass increases in a very small fraction. Is it clear? Next we will do the mass defect. Next topic is mass defect. We know that nucleus contains number of protons and number of neutrons. A nucleus contains number of protons and number of neutrons. So next topic is mass defect. We know that a nucleus contains number of neutrons and number of protons. If these number of neutrons and number of protons are added, and they form a nucleus, then the total mass of nucleus, when they are not jointed, when they are separate, when neutrons and protons are separate, they have greater mass than the total mass of the nucleus. It means when we combine them, their mass decreases. We can say that mass of nucleons, mass of these nucleons is greater than the mass of this nucleus. How is it possible? Means if this is 20 gram, this is of 20 gram, if we add these both, then the mass is found to be less than 40 grams. Same thing is happening here. How is this possible? We can say here, if these are the number of nucleons, number of protons and number of neutrons, when we add these and form a nucleus, this is the nucleus. If a nucleus is formed, then some potential energy is developed because they are held together with strong bonds, and due to these bonds a potential energy is generated, and this we know that for nucleus the potential energy is negative. Here a negative potential energy is generated, and if energy is negative, means energy is decreasing. If energy is decreasing, then mass is decreasing. So the total mass of all the nucleons is greater than the mass of the nucleus when they are joined. Is it clear? Because when they are added, some energy is generated in the form of potential energy, and potential energy is negative, so it will decrease. By combination, the energy is decreased. If energy is decreased, then mass is decreased, and this decrease in mass is known as mass defect, and this decrease in mass is known as mass defect. So we can define the mass defect. The total mass of nucleons is greater than the mass of the nucleus when they form a nucleus. When nucleons form a nucleus, then their mass decreases, and this decrease in mass, is known as mass defect. Is known as mass defect. Is it clear? So here is a derivation. If we have to find the mass defect, that decrease in mass is del m, then what will be its value? Sum of the masses of nucleons minus mass of nucleus will be that mass. Means that decrease in mass will be equals to mass of nucleons minus mass of nucleus. Is it clear? If we decrease mass of nucleus from the mass of nucleons, if mass of nucleus is subtracted from the mass of nucleons, then we will find the value of mass defect. Here is the mass defect. So we can find it. Del m will be equal to mass of nucleons means mass of neutrons plus mass of, I am writing it by small m, mass of neutrons plus mass of protons and minus mass of nucleus. Nucleus is denoted by capital N here. So mass of neutrons, neutrons is the number of atom, यानी कि atomic number. So this can be written as mass of total neutrons plus mass of protons. I can write it A minus Z into mass of protons. This is the mass of neutrons, mass of protons. Here this will be the total number of protons, and this will be mass of one proton. I can write it, and this will be mass of neutron, mass of total mass minus mass of total mass minus number of, or you can say mass number minus number of protons. It will be mass of neutrons. Mass of proton plus mass of neutron. It will be mass of minus mass of nucleus. Mass of nucleus. We can write it. Mass of nucleons means mass of neutrons plus mass of protons. This is the mass of protons. Atomic number is the number of protons. So this is the mass of protons, and mass number minus atomic number is number of neutrons. So this will be the total number of neutrons into number of, or say mass of one neutron. This will be the total mass of neutrons minus mass of nucleus. So it can be this. What will be the mass defect? Mass of nucleons minus mass of nucleus. And what are the nucleons? Nucleons are the neutrons and protons. So mass of neutrons plus mass of protons minus mass of nucleus, and then we find the mass defect. Our next topic is binding energy. Binding energy. We know that E equals to mc square. E equals to mc square. What is binding energy? Binding energy is the energy required to separate one nucleon or one neutron or say one proton. Means energy, the minimum energy required to separate a nucleon from the nucleus. What is binding energy? Or say you can say the energy with which the nucleon is attached with the nucleus. What is binding energy? The minimum energy required to separate nucleons from nucleus, to set nucleons from nucleus. So this is the minimum energy to separate nucleons from nucleus, nucleons from nucleus. We can calculate it easily because we have mass defect and the relation, Einstein's relation. You know that E equals to mc square, and that binding energy means if we have to find out that energy, it will be del mc square. Value of del m is here, means mass defect. If we multiply this mass defect with the speed of light, then we will find the binding energy. And this binding energy will be del E will be ZMP, means mass of protons plus mass of neutrons minus mass of nucleus into C square. This will be the derivation for binding energy. What is binding energy? Binding energy is the energy to separate nucleons from the nucleus. The minimum energy required to separate nucleons from the nucleus. Means if we decrease this energy, means some energy will be released. If we separate the nucleon from the nucleus, then its mass will decrease. Its mass will decrease, that will be mass defect. Is it clear? And if we find this energy from the Einstein's equation, that will be E equals to mc square, and we know that that energy will be del mc square. That decrease in energy means if we release or we separate this nucleon from the nucleus, some energy will release, and that energy will be del mc square. Means there will be decrease in the mass, and that is del m, mass defect. Is it clear? And we know if here is a nucleus and here are nucleons, if this energy, if the energy required to separate this nucleon is more, then the nucleus will be more stable. Means the stability of nucleus is directly proportional to the energy. Means more is binding energy, more will be stability of a nucleus. Means if more energy is required, then the nucleus is more stable. More the energy required to separate the nucleons, more the stability of nucleus, we can say. Here is a question. Find the binding energy associated with the mass defect 1 AMU. Question: find the binding energy associated with mass defect 1 AMU. We know that del E equals to del mc square. Here mass defect is given 1 AMU, so del E will be del m 1 AMU into c square into 3 into 10 raised to power 8 square. This will be the binding energy, and if we find this energy, this is in AMU, and write this value. 1 AMU is equals to we have this 1.67 into 10 raised to power minus 27, and this AMU is 1.67 into 10 raised to power minus 27 into 3 into 10 raised to power 8 square, and this will be in joules. Find it in electron volt. Del E equals to 1.67 into 10 raised to power minus 27 into 3 into 10 raised to power 8, and divide it by charge of 1 electron 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19. This will be in electron volt. In mega electron volt, this will be 1.67, or you can write 10 raised to power minus 6. It will be in mega electron volt. By solving it, you will find that this value will be 931.5 mega electron volt. Here mass defect is given 1 AMU, and we know that binding energy is equals to mc square. This will be 1.67. 1 AMU equals to 1.67 into 10 raised to power minus 27, and this is the value of C. Write it in the form of electron volt and then in mega electron volt. So binding energy for 1 AMU, mass defect 1 AMU is 931.5 mega electron volt. We can further find out this value for 5 AMU, 6 AMU or 10 AMU. Means binding energy is directly proportional to AMU into 931.5 mega electron volt. You can find it easily. Number of AMU into 931.5 mega electron volts.